Hello students, in this video we are going to learn the first poem of 10th standard, A Teenager's Prayer. Okay, so for that we have to open our textbook and we have to find which are the elements given in a warming up and that we have to solve. Okay, this is your textbook's page. So what is the first question, first activity given in your textbook? Read there. From group of 5 to 6 and discuss. Give a rating of 1 to 5 to each of the following. When you have to take important decisions, what do you generally do? Okay, and there are 6 sentences are given there and we have to give the ratings. Which one is important for we have to give them the numbers or ratings. Okay, so we have to start it. Okay, suppose this one, fourth one, think deeply in silence. For me, this is most important, so I will give it number 1 or first rating. Then this one, consult parents, elders. We have to give second for this one. Then ask your teachers for help. Third, then contact to friends. This one fourth, and pray to God for guidance. We will give it the fifth rating. Okay, uh, in this way we have given that 5 ratings to the sentence. Okay, only 5 are asked in the activity, so we have given that 5 ratings. Is it clear? So what is the next activity that we have to see? So see second activity, and the second activity is about the figure of speech. Okay, figure of speech. Which one figure of speech? Apostrophe. This is the name of figure of speech. First thing you have to know. And how to identify it? Okay, there is a simple technique to identify the figure of speech, apostrophe. Okay, so when the poet used to talk to the absent person or abstract things in the poem, and that line is the example of apostrophe. This one we have to remember. Okay, so the in second activity we can see there, in poetry very often there are lines in which the poet seems to talk directly to an absent person, an abstract idea or things object. Such a tactic device used by the poet is the figure of speech apostrophe. It means apostrophe is a figure of speech. In it, the poet used to talk to the absent person or abstract ideas. Is it clear? So, 2 examples also given there. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, death, where is the sting? Okay. Oh, caveman, I wish I could live with you. These are the 3 examples of apostrophe, because in this 3 line, the poet used to talk to someone who are not present in front of him, or that are the only abstract ideas. Okay, for example, twinkle twinkle little stars, stars are not present in front of him, but the poet used to talk them. In second, death, this is the abstract. Okay, we cannot see it properly. And third, a caveman, I wish I could live with you. And third thing, okay, caveman means in reality that person is not in front of poet, but he used to talk to him indirectly. So such type of examples are the example of apostrophe figure of speech, when the poet used to talk to the absent person, abstract ideas. Okay, so now there are 5 incomplete sentences, and by using our own ideas we have to complete it. Okay, now complete the following, creating examples of apostrophe of your own. It means these are the incomplete sentences, and we have to complete it as the examples of apostrophe figure of speech. So the first sentence, oh life, how, and there are only blanks. Okay, so we have to complete this line. So we will write, oh life, how sweet you are. Okay, this way we can complete it. Then in second, dear God, please help me. Then be kind. Okay, this is also the example of apostrophe figure of speech that we are making by ourselves. Then third one is books. You are my best friends. Okay, this way we can complete it. Exams, I wish. What I wish? You should not come now. This way we can complete. And the last sentence is there. Oh, you beautiful sky, beautiful sky. Okay, I am surprised about your vastness. Okay, in this way we can complete this sentence. Okay, now these all are the examples of apostrophe figure of speech. Okay, in this way we can complete these lines. So by these lines we can understand the most important thing, and that thing is when the poet used to speak with absent person or abstract ideas, then that lines of the poem are the examples of apostrophe figure of speech. Is it clear? Next. So next, teacher should explain the apostrophe in punctuation and apostrophe as a figure of speech. Okay, so we first thing we have to know that apostrophe, this is also the punctuation mark, as well as apostrophe, this is the name of figure of speech. So I will give you two examples. Okay, one example is know there how to identify the apostrophe figure of speech, and second thing, what is apostrophe punctuation marks. Okay, when apostrophe punctuation mark maximum time we will use when we want to make a subject and auxiliary verb with the short form. At that time we can use apostrophe as well. When we want to show the possessiveness, at that time we can use the apostrophe punctuation mark. For example, okay, we will write here the example. You, then are. Okay, between you and re, this a small line is used and we call it the apostrophe figure of speech. You are my best friend. Okay, this way you can use apostrophe figure of speech. Okay, this is the apostrophe figure of speech which we have used to show the short form of subject and auxiliary verb. If you want to show the possessiveness, then how we will use? So the simple example we have to say, for example, Vikas, then apostrophe and s. Vikas mobile is very nice. Okay, this is the example, and this Vikas and this one apostrophe s we use. We can say this is the example of apostrophe. Is it clear? So now we have to clear it. Next thing, now we have to move for our poem, and we have to learn it stanza by stanza. Okay, before that, just read the hard words, difficult words which are given in a margin. Darken, it means refer to evil. Evil means a bad thing. Distress, it means a great worry and strain. Okay, like great sadness. Okay. Temptation, it means a strong wish to do something bad or wrong. Okay, these are the difficult words in our poem, and now we have to learn the explanation of this poem line by line. So first thing, what is mean by teenage? So first thing we have to know, teenage, this is the age group between 13 to 19. Okay, so which children, it may be boy or girl, which children come in between 13 to 19, we call them the teenagers. So like your age, some the students are there, some guys are there, and for them we use the phrase a teenage. Okay, so this is the poem, and in this poem a teenager is a poet, and behalf of all teenagers, the poet uh, prays to God for his life. Okay, so how are the thoughts of that poet in this poem? We will see stanza by stanza. The first thing we have to know, teenagers means the age group of 13 to 19. Then this poem is a prayer to God, uh, and the speaker of this poem is a poet, and the poet is a teenager. Okay, so first stanza we have to see, each day brings new beginning, decisions I must make, I am the only one to choose the road that I will take. So by this paragraph the poet just want to say each day or every day brings new beginning, and that new beginning are most important to take my own decisions of my life. And in the second two lines the poet just want to say I am the only one to choose the road that I will take. And in these two lines the poet just want to say he want to take the road of life which is a good, means by these four lines, we have to know only one thing, each day brings new beginning, and when we are living such type of life at that time as a teenager, we must get that power to decide our own decisions. After that, what we are doing, we have to do that by the best as well. The road means the way of life, means in teenager how you are living, how you are spending your life at that time, you have to choose the right path of life. Okay, next, I can choose to take the road of life that leads to great success, or travel down the darkened road that leads to great distress. Okay, darken, we have seen this word's meaning before. It means evil, and distress means worry. Okay, so by these four lines we have to know I can choose to take the road of life. It means the poet just want to choose the road of his life, and that road must leads to great success. It means the poet want to be success in his life, and that's why he will choose the road of his life which goes to the great success, or travel down the darkened road that leads to great distress. And in the second two lines he just want to say he don't want to go on that road which goes to the darkened, okay, which is evil or which is not good. And lastly the poet just want to say that leads to great success. Or by that two lines we have to know the poet just want to say if he choose the bad road he will be always worry and always sad in his life. So the simple meaning of these four lines is that the poet just want to take the road which lead him to the great success. And By mistake, if he chosen the darkened road or the road which is evil or which is bad, then the poet will not be success in his life. He will go in a distress, and that's why poet prays to God to give that power to make the own decisions, and that decisions must be correct as well, the perfect. Next, please open up my eyes, dear Lord, that I might clearly see. Help me stand for what is right. Bring out the best in me. Okay, by these four lines, the poet just want to say that in these four lines, the poet requests to God to open his eyes, and he want to see only that things which are clear, which are good. Okay, and after that, poet want to say, or poet request to God, help me stand for what is right. Bring out the best in me. It means the poet requests to God which things are good. The poet should stand only for the good things, not for the bad. And in the last line, poet just want to say only the best things he want to bring in his life. Okay, in this way this stanza also ends. So simple meaning of this line is that the poet requests to God to open his eyes to see the clear and beautiful things, okay, which are good. Then uh, which things are right, which things are good, only for that things the poet want to stand with. And lastly, only the best things the poet want to bring in his life. Last, help Lord to just say no when temptation comes my way, that I might keep my body clean and fit for life each day. It means in the first line, once again, poet requests to God when the condition or the temptation will come in his life. At that time, the poet want to say no to that temptation condition. Temptation, it means the condition when in our mind only the bad things are coming, and when the bad thoughts are coming in the mind of poet, at that time poet just want to say no to that thoughts, and he always want to keep clean his body, and he want to live the perfect life each day of his life must be perfect. And that's why when the temptation will come in his life, at that time the God, please help me to say no to that temptation condition. And the last stanza is there. When my teenage years are over, I know that I will see that life is lived its very best with you walking next to me. And in the last stanza, the poet just wants to say, when these all teenage years will war, at that time the poet will find himself the perfect person, a good person. Okay, and that life is lived its very best with you. Okay, in the last line, this you is used, and this you word is used for the God. Okay, not for the another person. So in the last paragraph, the poet just want to say in his prayer that when the teenagers of his life will war, at that time he will find the perfect life, a good life. Okay, and lastly, he just want to say that when he will find himself next to the God, and that is the best life according to poet. In this way this poem ends. So what is the exactly theme of this poem? The theme of this poem is that the poet is a prayer of teenagers. Okay, the speaker of this poem is a teenager boy or girl or child. Okay, so by this poem, the poet just want to say that by praying to God, only the good things he want to bear in his life. The poet must be the perfect person or a good person. Okay, when the bad things or bad thoughts will come in his mind, at that time the poet want to say no to that bad things. And lastly, he wishes that she want to make his life a most beautiful life. And when he will find the best life, and that best life is the perfect life for the poet. In this way this poem ends.